Hey guys, Anthony, 4B4 Diesel. We're just dropping off a B.F.E kit to someone local and he's already into it. Let's have a look under the bonnet and see what we found. Alright, it's a 2011 Hilux, 250,000 Ks. And like usual, this video wasn't planned, it just sort of happened. And I saw an opportunity. I promise you, for the last couple of days I'm thinking I need to do a video to be really clear and help people pick out when they've got a water pump leaking. So we're going to go through those basic things which a lot of people can see already, but the most obvious one, usually the first thing you see is you'll see a white line kind of just up the timing cover here. You won't see the pink splashing out here and all over the pulleys and stuff like that, but this one, that's why I went, you know what, this is meant to be. I'm all over it here. So I'm here with Jared, he's doing the job. He purchased the kit yesterday's Monday, parts day, today's Tuesday, and he's local. So I said, you know what, Australia Post, they're getting dearer and they're getting slower, so I'm going to help them out and do the delivery myself. So dropped off the B.F.E kit. If anybody's interested in the B.F.E kit, hit us up on a Monday in a text message. But what you're looking for is that, what normally you see a white line, it's just going to be white right there, but in this case you can see quite a bit of spray, and it's all the way, it's around the pulley. That's the tensioner for the main drive belt, so it's pink on the inside of that pulley there. You can see some pink in behind there as well, and it's even up on the air, the compressor pulley, and down on the lower radiator hose down there. So pretty obvious, but it's not always that obvious. We've had vehicles come in where you look at the what I call the header tank, the overflow bottle. It's normally mounted here, and that's a little bit low, and you know, coolant's a bit low. What's going on there? The first place I'm going to look, and the biggest leak you usually find on a 1kd FTV, is that water pump. So straight away I'm going to look there under that timing cover. If I don't see something there, it doesn't mean it's not leaking, because sometimes they do just leak down. Sometimes it comes out of this hole here, sometimes it comes out of holes underneath, which it looks like it is at the moment. I haven't got a mirror or looked under there. I sort of just bang, I'm into it, trying to show you what's going on. I believe underneath it's dripping out. You can see it dripping straight down there. You can see the drip there. You know what, let's go down and have a bit of a look and see if I can reach down there and look around and upside down, inside out, back to front, and try and show you. I can't actually see what's going on. I'm just having a crack, trying to show you what's there so you know what you're looking for. I can't actually see it because it's way down there. So I'm flying blind. If you like, use the force. Use the force. I am using the force. Now I just want to say, I don't know everything, right? But I learn, and I learn from my mistakes, and what's even better, we learn from others. I just thought I'd throw that in there, quote for the day. We can learn from others' mistakes, right? So you don't have to make the mistakes yourself. You can listen and learn. Anyway, there's your coolant, right? Bada bing. There's a bit of pink. It's all over the joint. That's about it, guys, really. I think that's all we needed to show you. If there's anything else, oh, there was something else actually. The only other thing we wanted to mention, the only other thing we've noticed is a bit of oil around the top of the front of the valve cover there. See that oil sweat there? It's not a leak or anything, it's not running down, but we're just going to have a bit of a look around and see if we can work out what's going on there. So option A, now just recently this vehicle has had its injectors replaced, okay, so there's a possibility something happened. Obviously I didn't do the job. DIY, right? So after watching videos in the VIP group, you know how it works. There's a possibility that perhaps, I don't know, maybe the top of the head there didn't get cleaned up properly. Maybe not, you know, you don't need a lot of RTV. Maybe a bit got missed. Maybe there's a crack in the valve cover, you know the deal, but I can't see a crack at this corner. But there could be under that bracket there. It could be a crack at that bolt, but I can't see it. I'm not right in there yet. You can see the oil sweat type thing. It's going along the top of the edge of the valve cover there. But there's not a lot of it. And what's very suspicious to me, and I could be wrong, but when people pour oil in, if you pour it too fast, it can easily overflow, and it doesn't take much oil coming out there. And it's going to obviously run down, you know. I mean, to me it looks like that's happened. It's either that or the oil has blown from here up to the cap, which I don't think that's going to have happened. I reckon it's more likely the oil from the cap's come down the fan of, it's not there at the moment, the engine fan that's normally here is going to blow backwards. It's going to push that oil around this way, down, and of course gravity as well. The engine's on an angle, and then of course it's going to, oil spreads. It only takes a few drops of oil, and it can spread and make what looks like a mess like that. Now around this side, bone dry. So sometimes there's a crack on the valve cover up the top around there, which obviously isn't. So I'm quite confident. I wouldn't touch anything here. The cam seal I don't believe is leaking. There's no oil down underneath here. So I would not take any action on this. I'd give it a good degrease once the job's done and then take a look at it. But most likely probably just a little bit of oil overflow. Just got to be really careful cleaning that up after the oil changes and pour it in slowly so you don't overflow any of that. Now, for those people that are sort of wondering what's going on, this is what we call the B.F.E job, big front engine job. It's not big front end. The front end's your suspension, whatever. We'll call it the big front engine because it's the front of the engine. So the kit includes everything for the timing belt, which is obviously inside that cover there. Timing belt, idler tensioner, the cam seal, the main drive belt, which is what goes down here on all these pulleys, and all the bearings. There's one big one in that, the one that's still there. The other two have been removed. A couple of small bearings in each of those. What else is in the kit? I don't know. You don't normally get the coolant. The coolant's because if you're local, you can pick it up. You can, if you're local, it may get delivered. It's just one of those days it turned out that way. It's not a regular thing, depending how close you are. Anyway, what else we got here? So obviously, to do this job, one other bit of important information for those that don't know, this is a one-piece water pump. So it's quite a big job to convert it over. And the time, you said the timing belt's been done before, right? So timing belt has been done before, and of course normal sort of mechanics, let's say, they didn't have any suggestion about upgrading to a two-piece water pump or doing the water pump at the same time. And this is the whole point. If that had happened, it is a wear and tear item. It's got a seal, it's got a bearing, and if it was replaced at oh, bit of action on the roads here. If it was replaced at 150, we wouldn't be here now, and you just do it again at 300. So every 150, that's why we recommend it, guys. We don't recommend you anything you don't need, and we just make recommendations to help you for value and reliability, to keep your vehicle reliable. This is like poor man pays twice type thing, because we're going in here doing the whole job again. The whole timing belt has to come off to get to the water pump. But the kit we supply is a two-piece pump, so then if this was to ever happen again, then it's just take the water pump off the front using those, there's 6 bolts basically. So that's all more detail in the videos in the VIP group. But to get to this, the whole timing belt has to come off, the timing cover, the backing plate, the air conditioning compressor can come off and sit over here. The alternator battery's got to be all disconnected. Batteries are out, so that's good. We've got plenty of room here. This is awesome. And alternator's got to come off to get to all the bolts on the tensioner. Yeah, long story. So it's all in the videos. If you want to learn how to do it, you need to get in the VIP group. To do that, you can buy yourself a B.F.E kit Mondays from 8 AM. Text me, name, vehicle details, what you need. Bada bing, I think that's about it. Then you can join the VIP group. It is a Facebook group. You just answer the 3 questions. That's about it, guys. Hopefully that's been handy. A bit of helpful information for you to help you diagnose that leak. Just do it every 150. The big front engine job, then you don't have to worry about belts failing, bearings failing, water pumps leaking. Generally the water pumps, I shouldn't say never, but generally never do they leak under 150,000, generally. Okay, but it's usually the 250 to 300 mark. Unfortunately, it's rare that they make it to 300,000 Ks, and if you're on a remote trip somewhere and that water pump fails and that bearing lets go, it can be catastrophic, something you certainly want to avoid. Once again, guys, thanks for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, bell on. We're out of here. See ya.